Welcome back to Photography for People Who Are Not Photographers. In this lesson, we'll provide the foundational knowledge that we'll use not only throughout the remainder of this course, but whenever we take photographs. It includes definition of key terms, 4 reasons to take photos, and an overview of the 4-step process for taking photographs. What are some of the key terms we'll use in this course? A scene is what is in front of you. Here's a photo that captures a scene. Note that this is not a true depiction of the scene because not everything that was in front of the photographer is shown. Only that portion of the scene that was captured in the viewfinder is shown. The latter is called the image. Every scene is made up of visual elements that are physical things we can identify, such as the woman, lamppost, trees, fence, and visual elements that are descriptors, such as lines, shadows, color, perspective, action, etc., etc. In a scene, there is one or more visual element that is the subject of the photo. It's the most important visual element in the photo for you as the photographer, and the one that you want the viewer to focus on. It typically completes your statement about the photograph. This is a photo of. In this photo, the subject is the woman adjusting one of her socks. Viewpoint is the location of the camera relative to the subject. It can range from being close to the subject to being far away, from below the subject to above the subject. Viewpoint can be straight on, 90 degrees to the subject, such as this door, or at any angle to the subject. Next, let's identify 4 reasons we take photos. Your project will be centered on photos for each of these 4 reasons. One reason to take a photo is to engage the viewer. We do this by creating a photograph that suggests a story. Here are 2 photos that may engage the viewer. These photos often are the best photos we take. Why? Because the viewer can become engrossed in the photo, relating to it through their own experiences and emotions, creating their own stories with the photo. We see something unusual, something that captures our attention, something that speaks to us. Hey, look at that! Or wow, that's interesting. Or I've never seen that before. This example shows you what we mean. Water puddling on a car's skylight on a gray, stormy day. Remember. We want to remember a person, event, or place. For example, a restaurant where we ate, or our host standing in a rice field. The 4th reason is to document. We need to record a situation or process to show what or how it happened. Our purpose is to visually record the scene as accurately as possible for the benefit of the viewer. Here, it is critical that the photo completely and accurately portrays the situation or process. Artistry is of secondary importance. For example, we had to install in a new roof tie-down metal clips to hold the roof on during a hurricane. We used this photo to prove we met the insurance requirements. And in this sequence of photos shows 4 steps of a process for making a set of spoon blade oars. Following is a quick overview of the 4 steps in taking a photograph. What is the 4-step process for taking photographs? The first step is propose, in which we identify the subject. After we've identified the subject, in the compose step we arrange and adjust the visual elements in the viewfinder to create an image that focuses on the subject and eliminates distracting visual elements. We do this by changing our viewpoint. Then, in the expose step, we use the controls available in the camera to adjust the image to further accentuate the subject and de-emphasize distracting visual elements. And then we capture the image in the camera. In the 4th and last step, transpose, we make a copy of the photo and make it ready to be printed, shared, and proudly shown. This is the 4-step process for taking photos. We'll cover each of these in more depth in the following 4 lessons of this course. In the next lesson, we'll focus on the propose step, in which we identify the subject of the photo.